wanted to start with something that's more of a personal story, and it's not necessarily a topic, but it's something that we kind of run into quite a bit. So my dad called me last night, and my dad never calls me. My dad's like a 3-word texter type. And so he calls me like 8:45, and so I know, okay, something's happening here. And one of our good family friends, they have a son who's 15. His appendix burst, and they rushed him to the hospital. And they found out that when it burst, there was actually cancer cells within the appendix. So he said it's not the good kind either. It's the kind that rapidly doubles and triples almost instantly. And first off, I was like, holy cow. But then he got to like the business side of it, and he goes, because in Temple, they're Scott and White. That's basically where everybody has their insurance. You would know this especially.
Or there's Seton.
Or Seton, yeah. It's either Scott and White or Seton in our area. And they have to start chemo today.
Oh my God.
And that happened Wednesday for this 15-year-old kid. And the issue that they're running into is the doctors are saying, like, you need to go to Houston. You need to go to Houston. You need to go to MD Anderson. You need to get this taken care of. The issue is that they just have Scott and White insurance. So what they said was, okay, he can start his cancer treatments in Temple. And if you don't like how it's going, or if you don't like the doctor, if you don't like the oncologist what's going, then you need to transition over to MD Anderson in Houston. Now your insurance isn't taken, but we'll figure something out. And so now our family friend, my dad was trying to tell me, he was like, look, as a husband now, like you're going to be put in situations like that where he said, I'm going to sell. They live on land that has been in their family for 150 years. Like they've got the plaque on the gate when you go in. It's that much land in Cameron. And he was like, if I got to sell the land, I'm going to sell the land. I don't care if I got to sell the house, I'll sell the house. There, yeah, but he's, my dad was telling me all this, talking about our family friend that we've known for years. Like he's worked with him for 40 years. I've hunted on his land for 20. I used to work for him in the summer and put up fences and paint fence posts and take the horses out and stuff like that. But it was just kind of, it sucks when you see it happen to somebody that you know. Mm-hmm. But it hurts, especially for us too, because we know the insurance game. Mm-hmm. We know how that's not crossing their mind when they find out that his appendix burst and then he had cancer cells within his appendix. And now they might not get the treatment that they need. All they know is they want their son treated. And that's where I was like kind of, combining both worlds here as insurance, but as well as a person here. I'm like, first off, that is terrible. That is terrible that happens. That should not happen at all whatsoever. But you kind of have to play the cards you're dealt. And that's what some of the insurances do. That's really what they do.